Fans cheer differently for NBA players. Some are loved while others are the face of controversial moments that fans never forget. These are the real stories behind the NBA's most loved and most hated basketball players of our time, starting with Stephen Curry, or as his fans call him, the baby-faced assassin, who isn't just one of the best shooters in basketball history, he is one of the most liked athletes in the world, and according to the Golden State Warriors, he's the face of the franchise. Many fans say that the way he plays has revolutionized basketball, with NBA arenas selling out just to watch him play. He didn't come into the league looking like a typical superstar. At 185 pounds, he didn't depend on power or strength to push his way through blockers. Instead, he became known for his lightning-quick release, deep shooting range, pinpoint accuracy, and elite ball handling skills. These made him dangerous from anywhere on the court. Curry's milestones are easy to love. First was in February 27th in 2013, when he scored 54 points against the New York Knicks. He returned to the Garden again on December 14th, 2021, where he performed explosively again, hitting his 2,974th three-pointer, ultimately breaking Ray Allen's record as the NBA's all-time leader for three-pointers. Steph isn't just a great shooter, he was an amazing sportsman. On the field, he is playful and competitive without coming off as bitter. Everyone enjoys a good love story, and Steph feeds his fans with public displays of affection for his family. He's easygoing and interacts freely with fans, which makes the love from his fan base truly intense. Stephen Curry is loved because he rewired the entire culture of basketball. However, not all NBA players are at the center of such love, as this next player is one of them. Ben Simmons is one of those NBA players who went from a hyped star to a hated figure quickly, and most of it comes down to three things: expectations, attitude, and how it all played out publicly. Simmons' relationship with NBA fans is the perfect example of how quickly public perception can flip. In 2016, he was drafted first overall, and some even called him the next LeBron James, with LeBron himself saying he didn't mind the comparison. As seasons went on, his flaws became impossible not to notice. Simmons was seemingly unable to make a lot of easy free throws. Fans became frustrated, saying, "I've defended him for years, but it's tough watching Ben Simmons struggle on offense." The peak of the fan hate was after Game 7 of the 2021 Eastern Conference semifinals against the Hawks. Down 2 points, Simmons passed up an open dunk and instead passed the ball to a teammate who was immediately fouled. The Sixers eventually lost the game. Another fan went to Twitter to vent, saying, "Sitting out the last couple of possessions of Game 7 as a 24-year-old making $169 million, former #1 overall draft pick, is one of the biggest disgraces I have ever seen in my life." The following summer, Simmons refused to attend training or play. His reason was his mental health, and the Philadelphia 76ers became frustrated with Simmons' refusal to accept their assistance to address his mental readiness to play. That behavior only served to worsen his already poor reputation with the 76ers. By the time he was traded to the Brooklyn Nets, Ben Simmons already had the worst reputation as the weakest, most pathetic excuse for a professional athlete ever seen, not just in American history, but the history of sports. Every time he missed a free throw or refused to take an open jumper, the audience wasted no time in booing him.
And guess who's checking in on them?
I can't tell. Oh, wait. Now I can. I can hear the boos clearly.
Till today, some say Simmons represents what lovers of the game hate the most. One said, "I don't think anyone has ever had the type of disappointing career Ben Simmons has had. It just feels so brand new. It wasn't drugs, women, or being untalented. He just didn't want to play." Once regarded as the NBA's brightest star, Simmons' career is now a story told about all the way things can go wrong for a basketball player. However, with this next player, talent, confidence, and loyalty played a role in why he is loved dearly. Giannis's rise from the street vendor on the streets of Athens in Greece as the child of undocumented Nigerian immigrants to an NBA champion is a story fans can't get enough of. Even Giannis has said it's beyond his imagination. As incredible as that feat is, Giannis is loved and admired because even after the MVP awards and global stardom, he still carries himself with humility and funny charm.
Can I be handsome, beautiful kids, beautiful wife, great family, great teammate, great coach staff, handsome, athletic. I cannot have everything in life. I cannot make threes too. God had to keep me humble. God said basically, cannot make threes. Can't shoot. Stay humble, my guy.
Despite the pressure in 2016 to leave the Bucks, Giannis's loyalty remained with them, and fans love him because he stayed a man of his word. He was convinced that he could lead the Milwaukee Bucks to win a championship. In 2019, after he was named MVP, he cried while giving his acceptance speech.
Move forward, even though when my body's sore, even though when I don't feel like playing, I always gonna show up and I was gonna do the right thing. I want to thank my amazing brothers. You know, I love you guys, man.
And fans loved that he wasn't afraid to show how much it meant to him, saying, "I cried. I'm officially a Giannis fan now." By 2021, Bucks bagged their first title in 50 years. Thanks to his explosive performance that season, fans haven't stopped singing his praises, with one saying Giannis should be called the Greek god instead. His exceptional shot blocking skills were also on full display during the 2021 NBA Finals, making "blocked by Antetokounmpo" a recurring favorite phrase among fans. Off the court, he keeps winning fans over with moments of genuine humility and humor.
Hey, I'm dramatic. Every day something. You gonna put this on Bucks.com? Where you gonna put this? Oh, YouTube? You see what it takes to be great?
If he's not entertaining the press with funny stories about his experience with Oreos and milk,
He was like, have you ever ate Oreos before? I was like, yeah. When I came to the league, that was the first thing I ate because, like, when I was younger, I was always craving them and, could never afford them, So I was like, okay, when I get a little bit of money, people go spend money in cars and chains. I went and bought Oreos, right?
he's surprising and engaging shoppers at Walmart.
Why are you selling protein bars in Walmart?
It's something that I use in my daily routine. I eat this before every game. I have like 2 of these every day. Want to try one, sir? Yes, please. What flavor would you like? Peanut butter guy? Vanilla swirl with dark chocolate.
Even his press conferences often turn into comedy shows. In 2022, he started an interview with a corny dad joke that has since gone viral.
Okay, ready? Let's open that with a joke. What do you call a cow on the floor? Anybody know? Ground beef.
Giannis enjoys fan love because he dominates on the court and maintains a down-to-earth personality off the court. His style makes him a fan favorite, but the same cannot be said about this next player. Trae Young might be the Atlanta Hawks' biggest star, but he's also one of the NBA's most polarizing players. In the 2021 playoffs, Trae became a villain in Madison Square Garden. In Game 1 against the Knicks, he silenced the crowd with a game-winning floater, then taunted fans by shushing them.
How they play this.
Here is Young, finds his spot. Young on the floater, puts it in. Trae Young with a miraculous shot.
Wow, what an incredible play by Trae Young. Defense broke down, nobody there to help, and Trae.
It appears the Knicks fans still haven't forgiven him, with some of them chanting "F*** Trae Young" when he's not even playing. He leans into this villain role with his heavy swagger, like when he's bowing and waving goodbye to opposing fans after a win. Hawks fans love it, but opponents see it as arrogance. And it's not just the fans or opponents. Reports of locker room tension, especially the public fallouts with coach Nate McMillan, gave Young a coach killer label he hasn't shaken since. Trae's tendency to draw fouls through questionable tactics also made him disliked, like when he trolled a referee in April of 2025.
Orlando's top scorer. Niang's trying to help out his teammate. Yeah, he put the spin on it. I mean, yeah, that's a bad look.
It's clear to see that Trae Young remains hated for a reason. However, our next player is adored by fans and co-players alike for being competitive without failing to be inspiring. Luka has been in the NBA since 2018 when he joined the Dallas Mavericks, but he's already one of the most loved players in the league.
Here at the American Airlines Center, they gave him a standing ovation as he went to the bench in the timeout. The cheers continued throughout the timeout. chance of Luka.
In April 2025, he ranked 3rd on the list of most viewed players on NBA social and digital platforms. Fans don't just love him because of his plays. According to one fan, his enthusiasm for this game is just contagious. His passing is elite. He can make no-look assists through impossible gaps, and he has been called the king of the step-back three due to his mastery of that offensive playing style. Due to his playmaking ability, fans are torn between calling him the Don or Luka Magic. They also connect with his personality. He is often seen smiling and joking with players, and even flirting with referees. Off the court, his proud dad moments humanize him even more. While Luka's skill, playful outlook, and elite energy make him loved, our next player is considered a traitor by many. Despite his amazing talent, the biggest turning point for Durant was in 2016. That year, he left the Oklahoma City Thunder, a team he acknowledged that he helped build for 9 seasons.
I look at my time at OKC from that perspective. We helped build a city up more so than just build a fan base for basketball. We built up the core and the culture of what this town is going to be about. So for us to do expansion and do what we're doing now and to see where they are now.
And a report surfaced that the Warriors might have a shot at landing Durant. To make things worse, the Oklahoma City Thunder had suffered a bad 116-109 loss to the Golden State Warriors. And when he joined the Warriors, the team were just fresh off a 73-win season. Fans saw that move as the weakest move I've ever seen from a superstar.
Kevin Durant heading to the Golden State Warriors. How are you viewing this move from Durant?
Well, I'm viewing it as the weakest move I've ever seen from a superstar. Plain and simple. That's just how I look at it.
Some went as far as saying, KD is still a traitor. I used to love you, man. Durant's online activity adds to the negative criticisms he faces. He admits to using burner accounts to talk to his friends without critics butting into the conversation. Due to the burner accounts incident, many describe him as insecure and soft. Durant's controversial move in 2016 may seem like so long ago, but countless fans still hate him for it, saying they can't let go of what he did. And then there was the time in 2024 when IShowSpeed finally met Kevin Durant, but instead of showing love, KD came off cold and arrogant.
You cannot compare yourself to me and you 16, bro. You have no other resource but your hand. So please don't put me in the same, tier as you when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
You a youngster.
He shut Speed down.
You
Oh, look how he's sitting. All right, no, he's
you got your leg cocked up.
I was like literally
gazing in my eyes.
Yeah, you were gazing. No, because
really for real, back up from off.
Clowns on his personality.
I think you're trying to be funny now.
I'm not trying. I'm literally just sitting here.
And even snaps when Speed tries to hype up his shoes.
You know I got all your I got all your shoes, like KD 7s, KD 8s, bro.
Bro, get off my...
Further cementing his bad reputation. While Kevin Durant is remembered in a bad light, this next player is unarguably one of the most fondly remembered in NBA history. For many fans, Jordan is more than a basketball player. He's electrified fans with his skill and style that he's considered the best basketball player in the history of the sport. From 1991 to 98, he led the Bulls to 6 NBA championships. He also won the NBA Finals MVP in all 6 series, with a career average of 33.4 points, 6.4 rebounds, 5.7 assists, and 2.1 steals. In fact, in 2022, the NBA renamed one of its most prestigious awards, the regular season MVP trophy, after Michael Jordan, celebrating him as the best there ever was. One of Jordan's memorable games was in Game 5 of the first round of the 1989 playoffs against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Jordan hit a game-winning jumper over Craig Ellow with just 3 seconds left.
He gives to Jordan. Jordan to the circle, puts the shot in the air. Good! The game's over, and the Bulls have won. Jordan beat him at the buzzer with a jump shot in the circle, and Chicago has knocked off the can.
The goal, now called the shot, cemented his reputation as the ultimate clutch player. In the 97 NBA Finals, despite severe flu, Jordan scored 38 points against the Utah Jazz, leading the Bulls to a pivotal Game 5 win. Another example of moments that make him a fan favorite was the 1998 NBA Finals Game 6, which was Jordan's final game with the Bulls. It was the final seconds, and the score was tied. Jordan stole the ball from Karl Malone, dribbled up the court, and hit a jumper over Brian Russell, winning his 6th title. His ability to dominate offensively and defensively made him the complete player. The launch of Air Jordans in partnership with Nike in 1984 exploded his influence outside the court. The partnership changed sports marketing and endorsement for athletes. MJ wasn't just a superstar, he was the blueprint for how athletes and brands could win together. Fans and sneakerheads loved that wearing Air Jordans was as much about fashion as it was about channeling a part of Michael Jordan.
4s, because that's the first ones I got was 4s, and it was 89, and I had to save up my money to get them, and it was $100 back in the day, man. So I would say 4s for me.
The Chicago Off-White collabos with my man Virgil, best shoe ever made.
Upon release, the sneakers made Nike $100 million by the end of the year, underscoring the popular love for Jordan. Also, his numerous charitable efforts receive heartfelt thanks. In 2020, he pledged $100 million to ensure racial equality and social justice and greater access to education. His clutch shots and highlight performances are still talked about 22 years after his retirement. Our next player hasn't played for half that time, yet he's one of the NBA's most hated players. On the court, Beverley plays to aggravate. It was obvious when in Game 6 of the 2021 Western Conference Finals, Beverley was ejected after he shoved Chris Paul from behind during a timeout.
Oh, what? I mean, that's as unsportsmanlike as it gets. Patrick Beverley losing control.
He said something, Paul said something to him, and he reacted inappropriately.
You've been chirping all series long.
Right.
Now's not the time to react that way.
The NBA later suspended him for 1 game without pay for an unsportsmanlike act for forcibly pushing Phoenix Suns guard Chris Paul. While with the Lakers in 2022, Beverley was again ejected for forcefully shoving DeAndre Ayton. The NBA again punished the act with a 3-game suspension without pay. Patrick still hadn't learned his lesson. On May 2nd, 2024, after the Bucks' elimination by the Pacers in Game 6, Beverley threw the ball multiple times into the crowd.
Coming down very hard on Beverley after that, obviously did not condone his actions with the fans in that game. Doc Rivers, after the season, spoke about how he was not happy with the way Beverley handled that. And also, Beverley later called and apologized to Melinda for the way he treated her in the locker room, and Doc Rivers also said that was not acceptable.
Later, he had a heated exchange with an ESPN producer, Melinda Adams, in the locker room, refusing an interview because the producer didn't subscribe to his podcast.
You subscribe to my pod?
Do I subscribe to you? I do not subscribe.
So you can't interview me then. No disrespect.
Well, Jamal is here.
You subscribe? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
In previous games, y'all have been able to kind of get over that hump, or maybe kind of like you have in the past.
You'll move that mic, please, or just get out the circle, please, for me, please, ma'am. If you're not subscribed to my pod, I appreciate it. Thank you.
The NBA had to suspend him again, this time for 4 games without pay for the ball-throwing incident and inappropriate media interaction. He eventually apologized to the ESPN producer. Nonetheless, the incident still generates discussion about him, calling the behavior inappropriate. In 2024, he was announced to be signing with Hapoel Tel Aviv in Israel on a $2 million contract for the 2024 season. He received multiple backlashes because on his podcast, Patrick praised Israel and said it was the best place he had ever played basketball, comparing it to paradise.
I'm waking up in paradise every day. Every day. The sun is pink when it sets. The city of Tel Aviv, they're giving me private beaches to go to after practice. I sit on the beach for 6-7 hours a day. I'm standing in this big ass, like huge mansion, villa. Probably one of the best places I ever played basketball, no cap.
The way many fans interpreted it, he shouldn't have been praising Israel when they were right in the middle of a genocide with Palestine. Beverley had a string of provocations and suspensions and was notorious for multiple incidents in his 12 years playing for the NBA. The widespread dislike for him is a far stretch from our next player, whom fans still adore 14 years after retirement from the NBA. On the 3rd of June in 2011, Shaquille, who went by Big Aristotle as a nickname earlier in his career, did something that fans knew was coming but hoped would not happen. He announced his retirement at a press conference.
After 19 years, I'm announcing my retirement from professional basketball. It is now time for me to begin my new life. I would like to thank my mother and father for their support and guidance. I would like to especially thank my father because without him, I wouldn't be here today. It was him who met a young lady who had a boy, He took us in, he taught me the game.
In his prime, Shaq stood at 7'1" and weighed over 325 pounds. Shaq played for the Orlando Magic from 1992 to 96, then he played for the Lakers from 1996 to 2004, and at the Miami Heat, where he played from 2004 to 2008. Then he played one season each at the Phoenix Suns, the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the Boston Celtics, where he retired in 2011. Many of his plays are memorable. In the 2000 NBA Finals, Game 1 versus the Indiana Pacers, Shaq scored 43 points and 19 rebounds. This set the tone for the series, where he was eventually named Finals MVP.
4 assists a game almost, and only 3 people played more minutes as you were leading your team to 67 victories. It's a pleasure to watch you grow. Congratulations, 1999-2000 NBA MVP, Shaquille O'Neal.
In the Western Conference Finals of that same year, Game 7 versus the Portland Trail Blazers, Shaq shone again. The Lakers were down in the fourth quarter, then Shaq made an alley-oop dunk from Kobe Bryant, sealing the comeback that sent his team to the finals.
Portland has 3 timeouts left. The Lakers have 2. Bryant to Shaq. Back from the brink of elimination to the brink of the NBA Finals.
The iconic dunk is still talked about as the most disrespectful dunk in NBA history. Partnering with Dwayne Wade at the 2006 NBA Finals, Shaq showed exemplary leadership and playing style that helped the Miami Heat secure their first championship. Shaq's playful personality is also part of why fans love him. If he's not dancing at All-Star games, he's exchanging jokes in interviews.
Hand check, I do get by you, and I come in here. What's happening? Oh, that's what's happening.
Casey, right into the point.
Shaq's generosity is another reason that garnered him widespread love. He once paid for a stranger's engagement ring.
Social media went nuts when Shaquille O'Neal stepped up to help this guy pay for his girlfriend's engagement ring. Shaq happened to be shopping at the same Zales jewelry store in Atlanta when he overheard Dalton Davis discussing payment options for the engagement ring he was thinking of buying.
And there are countless moments of him expressing care by buying stuff for random strangers.
I'm from Venezuela. Really? Oh my God! I'm from Venezuela. No me comprarle la ballerina se quedó. Oh no!
And kids.
Mira, los dos tienen una computadora igual que esta.
While Shaq enjoys trading jokes with fans, our next player would much rather exchange blows with players on the court. Draymond Green has a string of high-profile incidents and ejections to his name. According to ESPN, Green has the most ejections of any player over the past 25 seasons, all of which contribute to why he's on our list of most hated. Let's start in 2016. During the Western Conference playoffs, Green kicked Oklahoma City's Steven Adams in the groin area.
In game 2, it's the leg, guys. Watch the leg. Oh my God. The follow through on the foot gets you in trouble every time. And that's the second time that Green.
The NBA punished him with a $25,000 fine, but that wasn't enough to get him to turn a new leaf. In 2017, he committed a flagrant foul against LeBron James, colliding into him while he was on the run with the ball. Another incident occurred in October of 2022. A leaked video showed Green striking a teammate, Jordan Poole, during a practice scuffle. Green did apologize.
I was wrong for my actions that took place on Wednesday, and for that, I have apologized to my team. I have apologized to Jordan, and I wanted to take that a step further.
but the incident triggered callouts from fans saying, "This guy sucks." In the 2023 playoffs, Green yet again displayed physicality. He was ejected for stomping on Kings' Domantas Sabonis.
As he goes down, watch him grab Draymond right there. Now, that right there is where the foul came in. So he grabs Draymond's leg right there. Now Draymond steps on him.
Late 2023 to 24 saw Green suspended multiple times for on-court incidents. In November of 2023, he received a 5-game ban for grabbing Rudy Gobert in a headlock.
Every team has an enforcer, and the Warriors have Draymond.
The reason Draymond went so demonstrably is that Gobert had Clay in a headlock.
Yeah.
And Draymond's not feeling that at all.
So he's just pulling him off. We're not doing that. This ain't that. Clay and McDaniels going at it here, and then all of a sudden Gobert comes in.
The length of suspension is based on part of Green's history of unsportsmanlike acts. He still learned nothing, and on December 12, 2023, he received an indefinite suspension after striking Phoenix's Yusuf Nurkic.
Oh, man.
Well, that's going to be a flagrant.
Yep,
and now they're going to just try to decide if they think it was excessive. It's going to be at least a flagrant 1, could be a 2.
Which would be an ejection. Boy, that is a swipe.
He ranks among the league's leaders for technical fouls, forfeiting $1.3 million in fines and lost salary. Green is hated by almost everyone, however this next player is widely loved and regarded as one of the greatest heroes of the game. He wasn't just an NBA superstar. Kobe Bryant was one of the most loved players the game had ever seen. He was a dependable player and a man of his word. He spent his entire 20-year career loyal to the LA Lakers, and he was loved because he embodied the Mamba mentality. He popularized the mindset, and it entails relentless self-improvement, self-belief, and fearlessness in competition.
Mamba mentality it's a way of life. It's not an attitude per se, but it's a way to live, which is just trying to get better every single day. It's not something where you live with like a bravado or anything like that. It's just the simplest form of just trying to get better at whatever it is that you're doing.
Yes, he's on fire, the Mamba.
On the court, Kobe gave the Lakers some of the most electrifying moments in their history. In the 2000 NBA Finals, Game 4 against the Indiana Pacers, his teammate Shaquille O'Neal got fouled. Fans thought it was over, as Shaquille was a critical part of the team at the time. But Kobe stepped up, hitting clutch baskets that sealed the win for the Lakers.
Shaking on Miller. And hitting a 2-point basket. He was just inside the line.
One-on-one all summer in LA. Kobe takes it between his legs. He pulls it back, hits the jumper, and then sort of gives it, take your time, everything's cool.
Again in 2006 against the Toronto Raptors, Kobe dropped 81 points on the Raptors, one of the best performances in NBA history. After the Lakers traded Shaquille in 2004, Kobe led the Lakers back-to-back in championships in the 2009 and 2010 NBA Finals. He finished with 23 points and 13 rebounds to help the Lakers win the title. Off the court, his talents also shone. He was a mentor, holding teaching sessions for NBA and WNBA athletes. Kobe was also deeply committed to youth sports, founding the Mamba Sports Academy to train young athletes in skill and mental toughness. As a father, his close relationship with his daughter, Gianna, who shared his passion for basketball, humanized him more. Sadly, she lost her life too in the devastating crash that also took the life of the father, Kobe Bryant. 4 years after his tragic passing in 2020, Kobe Bryant's name is still very much alive, and the love for him burns in the hearts of many who adore him.
The game is gonna miss you.
I'm just proud to be a friend, be a brother.
Kobe, you did all you could for the game and being a champion forever. A walking legend, man. We appreciate you.
Kobe Bean, salute my brother.
There are many who believe that Kobe Bryant's life has inspired generations. Since his passing in 2020, many players continue to cite him as their greatest influence and the GOAT of the game.
The very first game of my career was against Kobe. Best player I ever played against.
Kobe is Michael Jordan, just on a steroid. Kobe has 5 rings. What's your argument? All around. And I'm saying all around, Kobe Bryant. Competitive nature, championship. a lot of stuff that goes into it.
I don't even put LeBron above Kobe.
Also, the NBA All-Star MVP Award has been renamed the Kobe Bryant MVP Award.
I took great pride as I got to know Kobe Bryant that he was just trying to be a better person, a better basketball player. We talked about business. We talked about family. We talked about everything. Kobe never left anything on the court. And I think that's what he would want for us to do. No one knows how much time we have.
Whether he was bringing home wins, mentoring future stars, or reading bedtime stories to his daughters, Kobe inspired people to chase their dreams through discipline and sacrifice. Kobe embodied loyalty and received undying love for it. But the same cannot be said for this next player. Dillon didn't earn the nickname Dillon the Villain by accident. His on-court antics and trash talk overshadow his actual game talent. An ESPN article once declared that there is nothing delicate about how Dillon Brooks plays. One recent memorable example was in the 2023 playoffs, where he got in the news for the wrong reasons. After he already confronted LeBron James during Game 2 of the playoffs, he did so again during the post-game interview, insulting him publicly.
Maybe you shouldn't do that with one of the better players in the game. What were you thinking?
I don't care, he's old. You know, I poke bears. I don't respect no one until they come and give me 40.
This upset a lot of fans, with one saying, "He's lame for real. How you gonna say you don't respect the greatest players of all time?" Even those who weren't fans of LeBron or his team rallied against Dillon Brooks, saying, "I've hated the Lakers my whole life, but I hope they beat the Grizzlies." Right before the game these events led up to, LeBron had some words to say to Brooks. Brooks wasn't backing down, as during the game, he struck LeBron in the groin area, which he soon came to regret.
It has been determined that the contact by Brooks to James is unnecessary and excessive. He has been issued a flagrant foul penalty too and has been ejected from the game.
That would not be the first time Dillon was in the middle of questionable plays. In 2022, he was ejected after he hit Gary Payton II in the head during a layup attempt, which caused Payton to fracture his elbow. Fans expressed their displeasure, with some saying he should be suspended for the rest of the series. Even other NBA players have publicly admitted to not liking him.
You get me on record for this. I don't like Dillon Brooks, so we're never having fun. I'm a fierce competitor. He's a fierce competitor, but there ain't nothing fun about that.
Clearly, Dillon Brooks is very far from loved. If you liked this video, make sure to subscribe and check out more of our documentaries.